The first night it moved, no one believed him. It started on a quiet farm, far from the noise of the city where time didn't rush. It dragged. The kind of place where days felt the same and nights felt a little too silent. That's where Arav lived. A 4-year-old boy with more thoughts than friends and more questions than answers. Every morning, he walked past the empty fields his father once worked on. The crops had stopped growing years ago. Some said the soil had died. Others whispered something else, something darker. But Arav didn't believe in rumors until the day he built it. It began as boredom. Just an ordinary afternoon, dry wind brushing across broken land. Arav picked up old wooden sticks, torn clothes, and a worn-out hat lying in the shed. Piece by piece, he built a scarecrow not to scare birds, but to feel less alone. He placed it right in the center of the field. At first, it was just a figure, lifeless, silent, watching nothing. But Arav kept talking to it. He told it about his father who left, about the villagers who avoided him, about how the nights felt heavier than they should. It became a habit. Every evening, he would stand there, speaking, and somehow, it felt like something was listening. And then, one night, everything changed. A storm rolled in stronger than usual. The sky cracked open with lightning, wind tearing through the empty land like it was alive. Arav watched from his window as the scarecrow stood still in the chaos, until a flash of lightning struck the ground nearby. For a split second, he saw it. The head had moved. He froze. Maybe it's just the wind, he whispered to himself, trying to force logic into something that didn't feel logical anymore. But deep down, he knew what he saw. The next morning, he ran to the field. The scarecrow was still there, but something was wrong. Its head wasn't in the same position, and the stick arm that once pointed downward was now slightly raised. Arav's heartbeat quickened. No, this isn't possible. From that moment, curiosity took over fear. Each day, he started observing it more closely, talking less, watching more, and every single night, something changed. A tilt of the head, a shift in posture, a step almost too small to notice. Until one night, Arav decided to stay awake. He sat by the window, eyes locked on the field, fighting sleep as the hours passed. Midnight came, then silence, and then movement, slow, unnatural. The scarecrow turned its head, not like something pushed by wind, but like something aware, alive. Arav's breath stopped. The scarecrow took a step forward, then another. Its wooden body creaked with every movement, like it was learning how to walk, like it had just been born into existence. And then it stopped. Its head slowly lifted, facing directly toward Arav's window. It knew. Arav stumbled back, heart racing. This wasn't imagination anymore. This wasn't a dream. This was real. But what terrified him the most wasn't that it moved. It was how it moved. It felt familiar. The next day, Arav didn't go outside. But as evening approached, something pulled him back. Fear mixed with curiosity. He walked toward the field slowly, each step heavier than the last. The scarecrow stood still again, like nothing had happened. Arav stood in front of it, staring. "Who are you?" he whispered. Silence. But then, a soft creak. The head tilted, and for the first time, it responded, not with words, but with a gesture. Its arm lifted, pointing somewhere behind Arav. He turned. There was nothing, but when he looked back, the scarecrow was closer, much closer. Arav stumbled back in shock. How? And then it hit him. This wasn't just something he created. This was something that had been waiting for a form, waiting for someone to notice, waiting for him. The villagers always avoided that field for a reason. It wasn't the soil that had died. It was something beneath it that had woken up, and Arav had just given it a body. That night, the scarecrow didn't stop at the field. The footsteps reached the house, slow, heavy, unnatural. Arav locked himself inside, heart pounding as the sound echoed closer. And then, knock, knock, knock. But it wasn't a normal knock. It was hollow, like wood, hitting wood. Don't open it. But the voice in his head whispered something else. You made it. Don't you want to see what it became? The knocking stopped. Silence filled the room. And then, a shadow appeared under the door. Not still, moving, breathing, waiting. Arav slowly stepped closer, his hand trembling as it reached for the handle. And just before he touched it, a voice, not from outside, from right behind him. You shouldn't have built me. Arav froze. His blood ran cold because the door was still closed, and whatever he created was already inside.